Hey lunatics, what's up? It's Asylum Reviews here coming at you guys with my Monday Night Raw review for the April 1st, 2019 episode of Monday Night Raw, the go-home edition to Raw for WrestleMania. We had a lot of crazy shit happen on the show, but I want to start right away with the big announcement. So they announced early Monday morning yesterday that Stephanie McMahon was going to be making some huge announcement for Raw regarding WrestleMania. So she opened up the show by announcing that at WrestleMania, the women's main event, Rousey, Lynch, and Flair, will now be a winners take all match, meaning whoever wins will take both titles, both the Raw and the SmackDown Live Women's Championships, for themselves. Now, I don't know if this means they're going to unify both titles and just combine them into one women's title and merge the women's division, or if they're just actually going to keep both titles on both women, on one woman, rather. But it's going to be very interesting to see what they do with the winner of WrestleMania. So, it says here, tensions flare never boil over the winning team in order to keep Sunday's headline match. So there was a six women's tag match. This was announced last week when they had the Beat the Clock challenge with the Riott Squad. So now it's a 6 women's tag match, and again, everybody's wondering how the fuck are these women gonna get along if they're in the main event of WrestleMania, and why are they teaming together? It makes no sense. Well, Rousey, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch, they all took on the Riott Squad, and they won. Even though they were bickering at each other for pretty much the entire majority of the match, they still won. So, Rousey and Flair argued inside the ring until Rousey reversed Liv Morgan's attack into an armbar to produce an instant tap out. Liv just tapped out within seconds. That's when Rousey let loose on Flair, and she automatically just fucking went ham on Charlotte Flair. As soon as the bell rang and Rousey tapped out Liv Morgan, she just got up, didn't even wait a split second, and just hit Charlotte right in the throat, literally fucking jabbed her right in the throat. And then she just started beating the shit out of her, and then that's when Becky got involved. And then all hell broke loose, and then all these fucking security guards came in, and then we had fucking CPD, police. It was insane, man. Early attempts by security members to break them faltered, so all 3 women broke free with ease. A group of police officers tried to separate the women, but Rousey broke free and knocked down an officer, which led to her being handcuffed. Lynch and Flair then took separate cheap shots on Rousey before joining her in handcuffs. So, first Rousey got handcuffed because she assaulted a CPD officer. And first off, I don't even know if these were actual cops. It says here that they were, but to me, it didn't feel like they were. Maybe the guy in the middle with the long sleeve, because he was actually controlling the situation while everybody was being cornered. But still, these did not feel like real cops. I guarantee you, these were just fucking random people that just wanted to get paid for being stage cops. So I think that's what happened here, because it doesn't really prove anything here that they are real cops, because most of these people that were involved in the incident trying to take Charlotte and Flair and Becky into the corner and putting them in handcuffs, most of them struggled. And if you're an actual CPD officer, you're not going to struggle with that. Because if you struggle with trying to arrest a certain individual just to put them in handcuffs, then you are not eligible to become an actual police officer. So, again, these feel like stage cops, majority of them. Some of them could have been real cops, but it didn't feel like it. But regardless, first Rousey got handcuffed. She took out a cop, and then Becky got involved after she assaulted Ronda while she was handcuffed. So Becky got arrested for that. And by the way, the people that were trying to handcuff Becky, they took fucking forever. And again, this just goes to show you that these aren't real cops. Because if you're a real cop, you're not gonna fucking struggle for like 10 seconds or 20 seconds just to put on fucking handcuffs on Becky Lynch. That's not gonna happen. So clearly, fake ass cops, along with fake ass security guards. Well, I don't know if maybe the security guards were real, but again, like most of them were just like overweight and they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. There was one guy, he was kind of overweight, he was white, and he was like kind of like in the middle of this before the cops came in, and like he was just trying to cover his face because I guess he got hit, but like it looked so bad, like he can't sell for shit. So clearly that was a fake security guard. But I don't like when they have like these fake security guards and these stage cops. Like if you want to have like actual security and actual cops, then bring them in. You know, if they were real cops, they would have had like actual uniforms. They look like fucking mall cops. They legitimately like what they were wearing, the blue and the black. I mean, they weren't even real cops. They look like fucking mall cops. So I didn't get that. And then Charlotte Flair got arrested as well because she assaulted Becky, who was handcuffed. So then all three got handcuffed, and they get taken to the back, or they're trying to be taken to the back, but again, they keep struggling. And there was a funny moment when Flair was being taken down the steps. Oh my god, I couldn't stop laughing. She was like, out of all three of them, she was the one that was struggling to get out of the handcuffs. Oh my god, it was hilarious though. I was with Chris and Richard, they were watching Raw with me, and they came over, and we were just fucking rewinding what happened when Charlotte was trying to get out of the handcuffs, and literally she was like in a seating position, like she was trying to take a dump or some shit, and then she was screaming, she just, ah! I swear, bro, it was the funniest shit. And the way she screamed, though, was just really fucking weird. It was like the funniest thing on the show. So, and I just wanted to go over that. So yeah, she tried to break out of it, but to no avail, and then they ended up going to the back into the cop car. And the dumbest thing out of all the fucking things you could do, they put Rousey and Becky Lynch in the same car. Are you fucking stupid? Even though if they're handcuffed, they're still gonna fucking assault each other. And that's exactly what happened, because as soon as they were put into the same cop car, here you see them staring at each other for like a couple of seconds, and then they're just fucking wailing each other with kicks to the face. And one officer was like, I guess the officer that got into the car, he was gonna drive. He's like, ladies, calm down, please calm down. And to no avail, Becky and Ronda were just beating the shit out of each other in the back. And then they had to fucking get everybody else to break it up. And then here comes Charlotte. They put each other in separate cars. And while Rousey was in the back of the car, her head was sticking out of a window. And Charlotte just fucking wailed. She literally fucking nailed a Rousey in the head with a vicious knee. And that looked pretty brutal. And then also when Becky and Ronda were in the car, they just easily broke the glass and they just like tore apart the door. I was like, okay. So yeah, that was that. But this was definitely the best part of Raw, no doubt. Out of everything that took place on Raw, this was definitely the best part. And it gets you more and more excited and looking forward to the WrestleMania 35 main event with Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Ronda Rousey. Winner take all. This is going to be fucking awesome, man. I cannot wait to see this shit. And I know you guys are too. So that was the beginning of Raw. Seth Rollins stands tall over Brock Lesnar. Lesnar stood in the ring as Paul Heyman recounted his history of big wins at WrestleMania. Seth Rollins ran out to tell him that no one in WWE, from the fans to the locker room, wants him here. Yeah, laugh it up, big boy, Rollins said. I know you don't give a damn about anyone else but you. And then Rollins kept saying that no one gives a damn about Lesnar, no one cares about Lesnar being here, all that. Although he admitted it was improbable, Rollins declared victory over Lesnar was impossible. After Lesnar laughed in his face and attempted to walk away, here comes Rollins attacking him with a kick to the side of the leg. Lesnar hit a German, but Rollins escaped an F5 attempt and hit him with a low blow, not once, but twice. A super kick and a curb stomp followed as Rollins stood tall over Lesnar and held up his opponent to Universal Championship. warned during a backstage interview that he would be disqualified for such actions on Sunday. Rollins answered, well, yeah, he had it coming. Besides, I'm not a champion yet. Now, this is starting to feel like a broken record saying this, but it's true. While this segment was fine and largely unoffensive, it still managed to fail to generate real buzz into this feud so close to WrestleMania. In many ways, it was like the perfect example of how pedestrian this build has felt despite the stars in the match and the title at stake. WWE's decision to book a bland and generic David vs. Goliath storyline has just about killed the idea that this one could steal the show or produce any form of a dynamic finish to the angle involving the likes of Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose. But it says here, Rollins means business. Could this be a sign of things to come when the Beast Slayer takes on Brock Lesnar this Sunday at WrestleMania? We got that. Batista cuts straight to the point promo on Triple H. So Batista comes in. He's in his hometown, Washington D.C., and they showed a video package. He literally just pointed to the Titantron, and they played a video package of like all his feuds he's had with Triple H in the past, and how he's always beaten Triple H, and Triple H's never beaten him one-on-one. And he kept talking and saying like, "Oh, you never beaten me. There's nothing this man will ever do in his career but except beat me." And then he ends the promo by taking off his sunglasses, and he looks straight into the microphone, or he looks straight into the camera rather. Has the microphone up, and thank God he didn't spit in it this time. And he tells Hunter, "Kiss my ass," and then he walks off. It was simple, it was brilliant, and it was very, very effective. That's how you deliver a message as efficiently as possible without wasting any time in an already packed episode of Raw. WWE not only raised the anticipation of a match between two guys hovering around the age of 50 that one year would have been met with groans, which is true. The promotion deserves credit for these two avoiding physical contact of any kind until Sunday. That's old school. That is definitely old school mentality right there. What else happened on Raw? Really not much. I mean, we had a 8 women's tag match, and yes, the Iconics were on Raw. This was their Raw debut. Sasha Banks and Bayley and Natalya and Beth Phoenix versus the Iconics, Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka. By the way, Sasha looked fucking good as always, bro. Same with Peyton Royce. Sasha and Peyton pulling off the straight hair. I like that. I like that a lot. In a match designed to give Phoenix shine during her in-ring return to Raw, the Glamazon looked like she hasn't missed a beat during her retirement, thank God, because Beth Phoenix is not even like 40 years old yet. She's still like, I think she's like 36, 37. So she still has plenty of time in her career. The Glamazon looked like she hasn't missed a beat. Tempers flared throughout between the 4 babyface members paired up as the same team. The finish came after Beth Phoenix hit her Glam Slam on Peyton Royce for the win. And after the match, Phoenix and Natalya stared down the Boston Hug Connection as a preview for this Sunday. Because we're getting a fatal 4-way tag team title match with Sasha Banks and Bayley taking on Natalya and Beth Phoenix, the Iconics, and the Samoan Steakhouse. Or the Cheesecake Women, or the Lunch Ladies, or whatever the fuck you want to call Nia Jax and Tamina, but they're fucking god-awful. They're not winning. Fuck that. Apollo Crews fought Jinder Mahal. This was just a preview to the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on Sunday. And literally, Apollo beat him with a frog splash. Jinder's trash, we all know that. Jinder's been trash since he lost the WWE title to AJ Styles in November 2017. And then afterwards, we had just a preview of the Battle Royal. Everybody was taken out, and then Cruz was the last man standing after knocking Mahal and the Seam Brothers over the top rope. Are you excited for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? Okay. Oh, you have your answer. Here we go. Raw Tag Team Championships on the line. The Revival versus Ricochet and Aleister Black. Ricochet and Aleister Black have earned the right to challenge the Revival for the Raw Tag Team titles after beating the Revival in a non-title match last week. Despite a bunch of dramatic near falls, the pair of NXT superstars were ultimately outsmarted by their champion heel counterparts. Now, this doesn't mean Ricochet didn't attempt to steal the show by hitting an insane tope con heel over the corner post and outside the ring onto the Revival, because that's exactly what he did. But following a brawl on the outside, however, Scott Dawson hid under the ring and held Ricochet's leg as he attempted to enter, causing him to get counted out. Black hit his spinning kick to lay out Wilder outside before hitting a second Black Mass on Dawson. Ricochet followed with a 6 Dirty Splash inside the ring. Now, I don't know if this means you're getting a rematch on Sunday, or if you're getting a rematch on Raw next week, but I much rather see them win the titles on Raw rather than, or on WrestleMania rather than Raw. But that's just me. I hope to God that Ricochet and Aleister Black aren't in the Battle Royal, because I don't want to see them in there. They deserve better, so hopefully we see a rematch with them in the Revival. Give them like 20 plus minutes and they'll fucking steal the show. And then we can have Ricochet and Black take the titles off the Revival. And there you go. Excuse me. Drew McIntyre lays out Roman Reigns again. A backstage interview saw Reigns denied rumors that he's not 100% cleared for WrestleMania, because he says he is, thanks to consecutive beatings from Drew McIntyre. So what happens next? Here comes McIntyre attacking Reigns from behind before scowling. "You should have never said no. You should have said no, Roman." The segment closed with a long glimpse of Reigns struggling back up to his feet. Again, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre has been made official for WrestleMania on Sunday. Should be a great match. Okay, it's going to be good. We all know Roman Reigns is going to win, because when has Reigns ever lose to WrestleMania? Heavy Machinery took on Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. I didn't really care. It was a quick match to illustrate how much the glorious duel had fallen. Sirens. Otis and Tucker popped the crowd with their Bushwhackers tribute and Otis doing the Caterpillar. The finish came when Otis caught a Gable splash off the top rope, but he teamed up with Tucker's momentum from behind to slam Gable for the 1-2-3. The match also featured a brief interruption from Lacey Evans that went absolutely nowhere. Earlier in the night, Braun Strowman was backstage, and these two goons were like fake Michael Che and fake Colin Jost, because they're in the Battle Royal apparently. Great. You can see them get destroyed by Braun Strowman. It'll be funny if they just get like fucking just get hit with finishers nonstop by all these superstars in the Battle Royal. That'd be funny. But anyways, Strowman basically told the same thing that he told these two guys, or he told the same thing to these two guys that he told to Colin Jost and Michael Che. If you're not gonna step in the ring with me, then in WrestleMania, then you guys will get into the ring and we'll fight tonight. So Strowman fought these two jobbers. I don't even know. Apparently, I guess they were jobbers because they had gear on. Who knows if they were actually like local independent wrestlers? I don't even fucking know. We didn't even know their names, but they were just fake Colin Jost and fake Michael Che. And Strowman won. He destroyed these two guys. He fucking destroyed these two guys. Tossing them back and forth. He hit a double splash in the corner. And then he hit a power slam on the fake Michael Che. And then he hit a power slam on Colin Jost, fake one. And then he finished them off by hitting a double power slam for the 1-2-3. Finn Balor promises the Demon at WrestleMania. Yes, you heard me right. The Demon Finn Balor is coming back at WrestleMania. I don't know why he wasn't there last year. Should have been. But he's going to be here this year. During an in-ring interview, Lio Rush called Finn Balor's victory last week a fluke. And Lashley expressed just how scared of Balor's alter ego he wasn't. Balor suddenly appeared on the Titantron and morphed into his dark, demonic character, complete with face paint and his tongue stuck out. "I've always been a guy who had his inner demons," Balor said. "At WrestleMania, my demon will be your nightmare." Great promo there by Demon Finn. So we're going to be getting Bobby Lashley, the Intercontinental Champion, versus Demon Finn Balor for the IC title at WrestleMania. That's going to be something. We all know Bobby Lashley isn't going to fucking win, because why would Lashley defeat Demon Finn? That shit would be fucking embarrassing, especially at WrestleMania of all fucking places. So Demon Finn's going to take the IC title, and Balor's going to be a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. Count on. Kurt Angle says goodbye to Raw. Amid chants of thank you, Kurt, Angle entered the ring through a video retrospective of his career on the big screen. So they basically should show like his Hall of Fame video again. And out comes Baron Corbin to heckle him, and Kurt was in tears. He made reference to fans not enjoying the idea of him as Angle's final opponent at WrestleMania. Why? Because Baron Corbin's fucking trash, and we want John Cena. We want somebody better, not fucking Baron Corbin. After being challenged to an exhibition match, Corbin walked onto the apron before laughing and walking away. Rey Mysterio, who was advertised to fight Kurt Angle in his final match on Raw, it didn't happen. Just like how we were supposed to get Johnny Gargano versus Cesaro like over a month ago on SmackDown before Ciampa got injured. It never happened, and there was no reason or no explanation for it as to why it didn't happen. And again, same thing with here. Kurt Angle was supposed to fight Rey Mysterio. Didn't happen. It was advertised for last week, for this week's Raw, and it didn't happen. Instead, fucking Rey Mysterio, he ran in to tell Corbin that someone needs to teach him a lesson in respect. Corbin attacked both and was eventually run off by after a splash from Mysterio and an angle slam. And Kurt did not botch the angle slam this time, thank God. And then finally the main event of the show, fucking Baron Corbin versus Rey Mysterio. Talk about an eventful way to close the go-home show ahead of WrestleMania. The main event saw Mysterio sell right knee and leg injuries before rallying to land a 619. But he missed a top rope splash, and Corbin answered with a deep six for the 1-2-3. As Corbin celebrated on the stage, Angle blindsided him and made him tap out to an ankle lock. And that's how Raw ended. So, what can you say about the go-home edition to WrestleMania 35 Raw? Well, two things. One, the best part of the show was the beginning with the main event of WrestleMania, literally in handcuffs, as what Michael Cole said. And two, after that, the show just fucking went completely downhill. As soon as they were this high up, they got me that excited for the main event of WrestleMania. For the Raw portion of WrestleMania, the build has been absolutely fucking trash. We all know that. Because SmackDown's doing a way better job with this. But I'll give them credit where credit is due. The WrestleMania 35 main event, the build for Charlotte and Becky and Ronda has been fucking absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. And the way they just did it on the go-home show, with all three women being arrested, and then you have Michael Cole saying that WrestleMania 35's main event in handcuffs, that gets you excited for WrestleMania. And there's an article that they posted real quick. It says here, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Ronda Rousey have they're no longer in custody, and they're going to be appearing in court later date. So there's that. So yes, they're going to be good to go for WrestleMania, for those of you wondering, because why wouldn't they be? It's the fucking main event of WrestleMania. And yeah, so like I was saying, you're at the top of the portion with the review, and this is the bottom portion of Raw. So the top is the build to WrestleMania for Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda, and all three women are getting arrested. That's all the way at the top. However, the rest of the show, it just fucking went downhill. Really, the rest of the show was just trash. So just looking back at everything that happened on the show, probably the only good things that happened were Batista's promo on Triple H, because it was straight to the point, and he didn't waste any time, and he didn't spit in the mic again. Seth Rollins standing tall with Brock Lesnar. I know a lot of people aren't really excited for their match because of the build. The build has just been trash. We all know that. But I'm still excited for the match. And whether Rollins does defeat Lesnar at WrestleMania, or he does it at Saudi Arabia, because Lesnar is going to be at Saudi Arabia. They already confirmed it. And you know if they're probably going to have him walk in as Universal Champion at that time. So if they don't want Lesnar to drop the title at WrestleMania, then he might as well just drop it to Rollins at the Saudi Arabia show next month in May. But we'll see what happens. But the reports are saying that Lesnar is scheduled to retain the Universal title at WrestleMania against Seth Rollins. And then the other good portion, of course, was Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte, like I said, stated before. And then, like, the rest of the show was just filler. Filler. And then the Raw Tag Team Titles match, great, really great, but I didn't like that they won by countout. So there is your Monday Night Raw review for the final Raw before WrestleMania 35, the go-home edition of Raw before WrestleMania. Let me know what you guys thought about the show. It was mediocre. It got the job done for WrestleMania. What can you expect? Monday Night Raw is trash. The build for WrestleMania for Raw has been absolute fucking garbage. We all know that. But I'm excited for WrestleMania regardless because it's fucking WrestleMania. Who would not want to be excited for WrestleMania? Even if it's a good show or if it's a bad show, it don't matter. It's fucking WrestleMania. You gotta be anticipated to watch the show. And then we have NXT TakeOver on Friday. It's not on Saturday this year, like how it always been. They moved the Hall of Fame to Saturday, and then TakeOver will be on Friday. Daniel's coming on Friday, and we're gonna be doing our NXT TakeOver New York predictions. So stay tuned for that. God, my voice. And then on Sunday, WrestleMania, of course. I guess, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to show up or not. He says he's probably going to be with his cousin. Chris and Richard might show up for WrestleMania. But since Daniel's going to be here on Friday, we're gonna do both our TakeOver New York predictions and our WrestleMania 35 predictions. So guys, please stay tuned for that. I know you're really, really excited for that. And also, I got another big unboxing coming your way. Probably later today or tomorrow. We'll see. But I got a big package coming in. And what I mean big, I mean it's fucking huge, bro. There's like a ton of shit in there, and it's shit I didn't even order. It's more fan mail coming from Kevin Boone, the guy who sent me fan mail in the previous fan mail video. The first fan mail video I did, you can check it out right here. I'll put the link in the description as well. He sent me even more stuff, and he went ham on this time because holy shit, this man. I can't imagine how much he spent this time. Last time he spent $60, but this time, I can only imagine. He literally went out of his way to get me all this stuff. And again, bro, if you're watching this, which I know you are, thank you so much, and I appreciate it. But that's gonna be it for this Raw review, guys. I'm gonna be back for SmackDown Live later tonight. And if you enjoyed my Raw review, let me know what you think about the show. Let me know what matches you're excited for WrestleMania. Real quick, the preview for SmackDown Live tonight. We have the contract signing with Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston for the WWE title match at WrestleMania. And then we also have the Kevin Owens show with Randy Orton and AJ Styles. Kevin Owens is rumored to be added to this match and be a triple threat match. I mean, if it's better than having KO on the Battle Royal, then sure, why not? But I'd much rather see AJ Styles and Randy Orton clash. But we'll see what happens. I don't think there's anything else that I'd advertise. I mean, there's really no matches announced for the show. But either way, it's SmackDown. It's gonna be a great fucking show regardless. And then we have NXT on tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. So that's all I got for you guys. If you enjoyed it, please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more. Arcade the like button out of nowhere, and tap the bell for notifications to get all my future uploads, guys. And I'll be back shortly with another video for SmackDown Live. WWE Shop Unboxing. I don't know which one is going to come first. It depends on when my package gets here, whether it's today or it's tomorrow. It was supposed to come in last night. It didn't. So it could be coming in today. So you could be seeing that video today or you could be seeing it tomorrow. Depends on what I want to do and how much time I have. But yeah, so whatever video comes out first, then that's the one you'll see. Pretty much. Okay. So that's enough rambling here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Too sweet. Peace.